We are back. Oh yeah. Thankfully the tech problem was at a good time for us, because we didn't miss anything. Formation lap currently happening. It's a dry track. Let's have a look at the tyres going on here. Mainly hards, interesting. Jer, Jesse and Aiden on the mediums. Everybody else starting hards. I think we'll see in a moment when the tyre strategy comes up, but I'm pretty sure, as most races on this game are, it's going to be a hard medium or a medium hard race. Hopefully we get the little graphic that pops up, but we will jump off the tyres, we'll sit on position changes and we'll get excited for the race. Carlos looks like he's disconnected. Love that. Let's see. So here we are, lining up on the grids in France, Premier Tier. This is the cream of the crop, so we're going to get some exciting, always dramatic. Someone's going to get angry. Someone's going to be ranting on the Discord by the end of the first lap, no doubt. And I'm going to try and do my best Crofty impression for the start. Because why not? Why not? Here we go. Right, it's lining up. It's round 12 here in France. 5 lights. Out and away we go here in France. It's go, go, go. It's a fantastic start for the McLaren. He's moved ahead before the end of the turn 1. Jer's moved up to P2. It's Victor. Okay, I can't do that anymore. It hurt my throat. Victor is falling down to P3. Not the best start for him. Jesse maintains his position. There's been a spin for Dr. Fleek in the back. Looks like we've got Ficradian has had a fantastic start in AlphaTauri, and he is holding up Aiden Jones. Morris is trying to take advantage, try and make up some of his lost positions from the beginning. The biggest winner so far, definitely Ficradian. The biggest loser, Victor, dropping down from his pole position down to P3, and he's got Jesse on his tail as well. No DRS until the 3rd lap, remember? So, 2nd lap, I should say. 3rd lap. So, no real use at this point of trying to get an overtake unless you exit much better than your person in front. But for now, we have Carlos Sainz leading the way, and we've got Jer in behind. Victor, P3, defending as much as he can from Jesse. But we'll be able to hold on to this position coming into Sector 3. Morris, also the big loser, falling down 3 positions. Dr. Fleek is not too far behind. He's not out of the contest yet. He did have that spin, but definitely lots to regain. So coming through to the end of the first lap, as I mentioned before, the best tyres in the sport, McLaren, will be leading the way. Let's get some predictions. Who are we thinking is going to win this race today? Jer is right on the back of Carlos Sainz. Jer, remember, our championship leader, no doubt has the pace. Can he make it count? That's what he's hoping. That's what he's thinking. And we've also got Jesse, both Mercedes, really hunting down the driver in front. Both Carlos Sainz and Jer with half their battery to play with. It's really up to a case of when are they going to use it. Let's have a look at the batteries actually. Victor really using his battery a lot, 71. The other Ferrari as well, Morris, using a lot. A lot of usage. Dr. Fleek, not much, understandably, as he's fallen back. Aiden Jones as well. I missed that. Aiden Jones has had a spin. He's fallen back. Vicar Agent's had a spin. And Oliver in the Williams is ahead of Bank. And he's up to P7. Right, I'll keep an eye on things a bit better now. An eventful start and lots still to go. So, Carlos Sainz starts the third lap. DRS has been activated now. So, the drivers with cars behind them, close behind them within a second, which is about half the grid, now need to think about how they're going to play this. So, we'll keep an eye on Jer, as he is well within the 1 second. He will be getting DRS coming out of the first sector. Is he going to use his battery? No. He will get the DRS though. And he will catch. How much do they catch on this long straight? Looks like about 3/10. So you're probably want to be. If you're not going to use your battery, you're going to need to be under half a second to get an overtake done on ERS alone. DRS alone, sorry. I always get those two mixed up. But we've settled into a bit of a nice rhythm now. We've got Dr. Fleek hunting down Vicar Adrian. Not getting a move done this lap. So we'll keep an eye on the front two. Unless a move looks likely, I'll keep it on the front two. Jer will get DRS again. No battery being used. Same thing with Jesse. Two Mercedes just happy to sit in behind and get pulled along. What it is meaning is that the front four are separating themselves a little bit from the pack. Morris not getting that DRS. Now starting to lose out a little bit. And we've got ourselves almost 3 different sausages. You've got Dr. Fleek and Vicar Agent behind. You also got Aiden as well. I think he's pitted, which is why he's now so far behind. We will actually change this over. Yeah, Aiden Jones has pitted. We'll keep this on the tyre page. Interestingly as well, so Jer isn't going for the overtake, even though he is on the mediums. The better tyre compared to Carlos Sainz in front. So he's clearly not wanting to. Oh, and Dr. Fleek is getting the move done. Will Vicar Agent try and fight back? No, he's not able to. He's not using any batteries. He's not trying to. I'm surprised Jer isn't trying to get this move done as early as possible to take advantage of his mediums, as he will undoubtedly have better lap time. But clearly, he's content with sitting in behind. Maybe managing his tyres a little bit. Right, so here we go. Lap 5. Round 3. We can see either of these two Mercedes try and make this DRS zone count. Jer is going for it. Right. No, he's not. He uses just a little bit. Interesting. Is Jesse going for it? No. Both Mercedes happy to sit in behind. I wonder if Carlos... Oh, Oliver's gone for a move. He's jumped ahead of Boaz through that DRS zone. He moves up to P6. A great opening stint from him. So we are starting to see now with the battery levels. Oh, is Jer going for a move? Almost using that grip of the mediums a little bit. Oh, and it's been contact. Carlos Sainz is round. He recovers fantastically, to be fair to him. And so he doesn't lose out too much, but there was contact there. That will doubtlessly go to the stewards. And Victor has cashed in big time. Jer has lost out a little bit. Well, in the sense that he's maintained his position because he's fallen behind Victor. 2 Mercedes now back to back. Carlos Sainz, he's still got over a second behind him, so definitely not out of this race yet. Jer, I just think he cleared a better lap time, and Oliver's gone for a move on Morris. Oliver's moving his way up the grid beautifully. Oliver, who is a Tier 1 reserve, really showing his pace. Fantastic showing there. Boa's just behind as well, watching this very closely. All of these on the hards, so their tyres in similar situations. But yeah, I just feel like with Jet, he had the better grip. I'm just surprised he didn't just dump his battery and get the move done. He really would have, I'm sure, stretched a bit of a lead on the hard run of Carlos Sainz. Instead, that grip meant he got a bit too close and caused the contact. Ooh, Victor getting a bit squirrely there. 2 Mercedes now comfortably sitting in behind, but they have started on those mediums. Let's keep an eye. So we'll keep an eye on Morris and Oliver as well. See if Oliver's able to catch up a little bit on Carlos in front of him. Here we go. So, Jer coming through. Is he going to dump his battery? I mean, he's got more. I mean, Jesse is loving life right now. 84% battery on a track where it's not too difficult to recharge, but it's not the easiest. Oliver, very aggressive. I mean, no wonder he's made so many overtakes. Clearly going very aggressive with his cornering. Already getting a 3-second penalty. Jer is still not using any battery. Jesse, I think, conscious of his being a teammate in front who is going for the championship. An unprecedented 3rd championship Jer's going for. Probably not wanting to cause any drama. Carlos, however, is catching up. He's increasing the gap to Oliver behind, who is very close to Morris behind him. And Boaz again. Boaz almost acting like the Carlos of the second train. Just watching this happening. Taking it all in. So we've got 3 kind of trains going on. No one wanting to play their cards yet. That's for sure. So it will be interesting to see playing the cards right. I mean, the medium tyres, I believe, go a good half of the track. I'm off the top of my head, I might be wrong here. I feel like the medium pit window is probably going to be around lap 11 to 13. Maybe even less than that, actually. I think 10 or 11. 9, 10 or 11, I think the mediums go for. But we'll see in the next couple of laps. We'll see how Jet and Jesse play. I mean, for all we know, they've been sat in behind, just managing their tyres, trying to get to. They can get to lap 12, 13, then their mediums will only have to do half of the race, and so therefore they won't have to worry about any tyre management, and they can potentially lap at a similar time to the hard runners. Morris getting a 3-second as well, trying to chase down Oliver. Again, Boaz, Morris and Oliver tucking in behind nicely. Dr. Fleek with the 3 seconds. All of the rest spread out outside of their DRS zones. We've got this front forward. Carlos has now entered the fray. The pace of this McLaren, if it wasn't for that spin, you can see why Jem was not having an easy overtake. Carlos has so much pace on those hard tyres. And he's well within a second now. And the real question is, how does he play it now that he's in the fray? He's in the DRS. He has lost a lot of his battery, to be fair. So he's not going to have lots to play with. But Jesse as well, interesting. Jesse on the medium tyres. If the pit window is in the next kind of 2 or 3 laps, realistically, you don't want to be going into the pits with much more than 60% battery, because you do recharge a lot of battery, especially here in France. So it cuts the final corner, so it's not it's a relatively short pit stop loss in terms of time. It's definitely, I think it's around 17-18 seconds. However, it is still got a relative length to it, meaning you do recharge a good amount of battery. So if you're Jesse, Morris is going for an overtake around Oliver. He gets it done. Moves back up to P5. Boaz just struggling to hold on to the DRS zone. Calirob sniffing into that 1 second behind. But yeah, if you're Jesse, and if you're planning on pitting the next couple of laps, you want to start using that battery just so that you get maximum recharge from your pit stop. Victor, however, still in P1 with those hard tyres. Jer in P2, Jesse P3, Carlos well in the action here in P4. Oliver still fighting Morris in P5. Oliver trying to regain that position. Boaz in the 1 second now from that fighting. Calirob just plodding along, but still in the action. Definitely still lots to gain for him. We'll stay on board with the front crew. The Ferrari, the 2 Mercedes and the McLaren. Definitely the pick of the bunch so far today. Be interesting to see. I mean, your money would obviously have to go on one of these winning. But who winning? Who knows? Who knows? Someone do something, so I've got something to cast. You're all sitting comfortably in the DRS. Go on, Jer. Spin another one. Bump into Victor and cause an incident. Go on. I dare you. On Jer pits, there is some action. Jesse stays out. But Jer is pitting. Wow, okay. This is big. Where is Jer going to come out? He should be... Oh, is he going to be in amongst it all? He's going to be behind Ankbank, between Ankbank and Dr. Fleek, I imagine. Unless Dr. Fleek's going to get ahead as well. Dr. Fleek is going to get ahead. Now, is it Fikriadjian? He doesn't want to be too close. He doesn't want to be fighting on exit. He's going to be behind Fikriadjian. He is. Which means he's got potentially some overtaking to do on those fresh mediums. He's going to be quicker. Fikriadjian's hards are 10 laps old, and he's got fresh medium, so he will be faster, but he's going to have to use up some of his time getting that overtake, which is good news for Jesse. Is Jesse going to go in now? Might be a smart move, you know. Might be able to jump. He's not really using his battery. I'm surprised. If I was Jesse, I would have been dumping. Oh, okay. Oh, no, still not really dumping it. I would have been just going for the quickest in lap possible. Jumping into the pits now. Trying to get the jump on my teammate. But as it stands, Carlos Sainz is closing on Jesse. Jesse doesn't want to get overtaken by Carlos Sainz. Doesn't want to lose time on that overtake. Clearly the tyres are dropping off now. As Carlos has got pace on you, you surely have to jump in. Yes, he's jumping in. Makes sense. Oh, and that's a speeding in the pit lane penalty for Jesse. Oh, you hate to see it. Gutting for him. But will he be ahead of his teammate? Let's have a look. We'll keep an eye on Jer, who is losing time behind Victor Agent as we expected. And will probably come out behind his teammate. Is he? Oh, it's going to be close. No, he still manages to jump his teammate, Jesse. I feel like that was a chance miss. He had so much battery to play with. Interestingly, he's only recharged about 25%. That is good for me to know for my race later. But I feel like if he just pushed a bit harder on that lap, he could have taken Jer. But as it stands, he flows back into a net P3, which means he's just going to get held up more by Jer behind Victor Agent. I mean, Jer is getting the move done now, so Jer is now released, but Jesse might have a bit of trouble there. Let's have a look. So there's a bit of fighting. We'll jump back with these guys. All sorts going on. Oliver's regained. He's got another penalty, I believe, and he has regained the position to a net P5. Morris behind Boaz is fighting. Calirob's well within the fight now. These guys are a four-person train. And, I mean, based on those mediums running about 11 laps or so, I think we've got about lap 16, I can imagine these cars jumping in. Somewhere around there. 16, probably, yeah, 16 to 18, I imagine. So a few more laps for these guys to go. Who will jump in the pits first? Will anyone attempt an undercut, sorry. Well, or an overcut, you never know. The likes of Calirob might be thinking, trying to overtake all these guys is a bit chaotic. Morris gets another 3 seconds. Let's have a look at the penalties. Oliver and Morris on the 3. Calirob loving life. I mean, he can't see Oliver's 6 seconds, but he might have known that from when Morris was ahead earlier. He's only 2 tenths behind. Is he going to go for the overtake? He's not. He's happy to sit in behind. I'm surprised he's got so few battery. Maybe now's the time to recharge for him. These two up in front, no battery to play with whatsoever. Oh, Boaz is falling out of the 1 second. Jesse is going for the move past Victor Agent, gets the move done. But because of being stuck behind, he is now 2 seconds behind. And I can't help but feel all of this is played into Victor's hands. And he is not only net P1, I think. Oh, Oliver has gone for the pit stop. An early pit stop. Very, very early pit stop. He gets the 5 seconds, which he's not going to be happy about. And that's not good news for him. But he puts on the mediums, which clearly can get to the end. I trust these guys, implicitly. Jesse comfortably ahead, Victory Agent comfortably ahead. Oliver will file out into P11. Those 11 seconds will hurt him at the end of the race, that is for sure. Calirob looking down the inside of Boaz, not getting the move done. Oh, he had a better exit, but just loses the rear end. Oh, we saw that coming. It just happened to be his third warning. Carlos Sainz picks up a 3 seconds. A lot of penalties for these guys. Clearly penalties playing a big part. What that means is everyone is now, for the first time, for a second there, everyone was out of DRS. But Calirob back in the game just in time to get that lovely green line flowing across. Bank. Everyone is speeding in the pit lane. You hate to see it. and he will flow back into P11, I imagine, after his pit stop. I think pretty sure he'll still be ahead of Aiden Jones. But yeah, how are we all doing? Hello, Meki in the comments. Nice to have you with us. It's all very tame now. We'll stay on board with Cali Rob, seeing the flashing red light of Boaz. Knows he's got less than 10% ERS. Ers and durs. And, yeah. So, anyone want to do anything interesting? Anyone else going to pit? That's a good thing for us to keep an eye on. Victor, is Victor pitting? Victor is pitting! Ha ha ha, perfect timing, and he doesn't speed. Carlos Sainz, no. So, Victor should be in P1. Because Jer, even if Jer was quicker, I can't believe, considering the amount of time he lost behind Victory Adrian, I can't imagine he's in P1. We'll stay on board with Jer though. We've also got Boaz pitting. Will Jer be ahead? Somehow he's got DRS. I don't know how that's happened. Who's going to be ahead? It is Victor. However, fair play to Jer. He's regained so much time on Victor, and he's well within the DRS. Jesse, however, has fallen back and lost a lot of time. So Jer showing his pace. The only difficulty now, though, is Victor has got the fresh mediums. So we'll be much quicker in the slower corners, much more grip. And looks like we've got Aiden Jones overtaking Victory Adrian. Moving up to P11, Victory Adrian falling to the back. Means we've got essentially, well, the real question now is Carlos Sainz. How's his pace been out in front? Because we saw how he managed to regain so much time on the medium runners of the Mercedes when they were running P2 and P3 and he was P4. So will he have managed to convert his time out in front unrestricted? Victor as well, no battery to play with. Jess still has 50. Great sight for him to see. Knows that if he wants to, he can get an overtake done whenever he needs. I wonder if it might be best to hang on for a bit now, whilst the mediums are at their peak. Just preserve your battery and bide your time. Morris in the pits, coming out of the pits, falls behind Oliver, far behind Oliver. Oliver showing fantastic pace in the mediums. He does have 11 seconds of penalties, which will hurt him, but he is up to, well, is he effective P4? He's going to be P5. I don't think he'll be ahead of Carlos. He might be ahead of Carlos. Carlos surely must be pitting now. Even if his hards are okay, he's going to want to make the most of the mediums, and you want to get at least 9 laps out of them, as they are the quicker tyre. We've got a yellow flag. Victory Adrian has spun. Means, sorry, Aiden Jones has spun. Beg your pardon. As Ankment gets 3 seconds, meaning he's falling back to the back of the pack. Back to the back of the pack. Fun little tongue twister. He's not pitting. Carlos Sainz is going for the mother of all overcuts. Interesting. Feels strange to me. He's not going to get the most out of the medium tyres. Clearly he values the overcut more than the tyre. As I can only assume he can see himself gaining more and more time. I don't think he is gaining time though. See, Victor's got fastest up. Victor is gaining on Carlos. If you can hear me, Carlos, jump in the pits, mate. You're losing time. Your tyres are gone. Make the most of those mediums, because you're going to need to do some overtaking. especially with Jer and Jesse having the battery that they've got, and Oliver showing the stonking pace on these mediums that he is. Dr. Fleek! Hello, Dr. Fleek. The Haas pulling out fastest lap, which, as there's only 12 drivers on the grid for today, means that realistically, unless you're Fit Creation or Aiden Jones, you're going to get bonus points for that fastest lap. So we'll stay on board. We'll stay on board Carlos. No one's within a second, and no one's close to overtaking anyone. As Fit Creation gets to 3 seconds, these penalties really stacking up. Is Carlos Sainz going to pit? Surely he pits now. Surely. I do not see the benefit of him not pitting. Here we go. Don't speed. Don't speed. There we go. It feels like it was 1 lap too late. He had a 19-second gap at one point. But Victor's mediums have warmed up and he's flying now. He's cleared Jer. So he's going to be behind Victor. I think is he going to be behind Jer? Yeah, surely. Is he going to be behind Jesse? No. He has jumped Jesse. Carlos Sainz on those old hards has jumped the Mercedes of Jesse. Now this is a crucial lap for the McLaren. He's got 1 lap to warm up his tyres as Morris gets another 3 seconds. And Jesse is within the DRS, so Carlos Sainz needs to defend. He's got a bit of a battery, 25% from that pit stop. If he can just keep Jesse behind this lap, his tyres will warm up and he can hopefully drive into the sunset. Jesse knows this and is pushing. ERS, a bit of ERS and some DRS as Cali Rob move up to P7. Oh, because Boas has spun in the Red Bull. He's not going to be happy about that. Jesse, under half a second now. He's not going to be close enough. Carlos Sainz has done it. He has cleared and he is now on these mediums. And he has now the job of hunting down Jer as Jesse gets another 3 seconds. I mean, Carlos also won't... He might know this, he might not know this. But he did get a bump from Jer, so there is a potential, depending on how the stewards view it. Jer could have a time penalty added to his time post-race. Post-racially. No, that sounds weird. Take that back. Ignore me. Scratch it from the record. That sounded weird. Yeah, so, Victor... Loving life in P1. Oh, Oliver. Oh, Oliver. Why are you retiring, my friend? You're in P5. What are you doing? Oh, there was so many points for Williams. Gone. Oh, that hurt. Oh, anyway. Let's see. So, Victor P1, Jer P2, losing time. Carlos P3 has got well clear of Jesse, and his target now of hunting down Jer for P2. It's his goal. It's definitely possible. Morris now comfortably in P5 with Oliver's retirement. Looks like, is that Ankbank that's had a spin? No. Who am I? Oh no, Oliver's car's just come out the pits. Aiden Jones overtakes it. I mean, Oliver did everything right, so you can't penalise him. He did retire as soon as he entered the pit lane before he got to the pit box. So, fair play to him. Bit frustrating he retired early. But what can you do, eh? He's not going to get any points for a intentional retirement in the pits. You know, he's not going to get penalised. It's not like he crashed into the wall on purpose. That would be punished. He's intentionally retired safely in the pits, so he won't get any points for the race. Who might get points though, well, who will be getting points is Carlos Sainz. How many points? Who knows? He is gaining. He is under that 2 seconds. And there is that fastest lap. Jer is using some of his battery, so I think he is conscious the McLaren is catching him. He's getting closer. He's almost under a second. Jet still preserving some of his battery, so he's being smart. The Mercedes is being smart. I think also, from the perspective of on track, Jet does currently have that 3 seconds to play with that he can see. Carlos Sainz does have that 3-second penalty. Which means that Jet, even if he gets overtaken, as long as he holds it back as long as he possibly can, hopefully he'll leave Carlos Sainz with too few a lap to regain the 3 seconds. As Morris retires in the pits. What's he doing? Well, okay, I mean, they are reserves. To be fair, Oliver and Morris are reserving up, so it doesn't affect their championship at all. He might be, you know, Tier 1 race is scheduled to start in 22 minutes, so he might be just wanting to have a breather, go to the toilet, have some water. So I won't be too harsh, but still, could have been P5, mate. Anyway, Carlos Sainz, oh my god, he's rapidly gaining. He's in the DRS, he's got the ERS. Is Jer going to fight back? Jer's not fighting back. Carlos Sainz will get this move done. Carlos Sainz, the pace on the man. He just needs to be careful he doesn't get a penalty. Jer could be prone to a 3-second penalty after this race for a minor contact. So, if he stays out in track, even if he doesn't gain the 3 seconds, I think it's more important that he doesn't get another penalty than it is he gets 3 seconds ahead. Jer, how does Jer play this now then? Does he just try and sit in the DRS as long as he can on Carlos Sainz? I mean, the last couple of laps, I mean, to be fair, Carlos Sainz, I was going to say, the last couple of laps the mediums are going to go, but Carlos Sainz ran it so long, it's going to be way too late before the changeover of tyre strength. I think realistically, Carlos's tyres are going to probably be better for most, if not all, of the remaining laps. So Jer will have a tough task to stay in the DRS. He is using some. He can see Carlos hasn't got any battery, so he has got that trump card up his sleeves. Oh, Boaz. Boaz is pitting for softs. And he's running his 5-second penalty off. He's going to go for fastest lap, I think. So Carlos is going to lose that. I mean, with the 2 DNFs, basically whoever gets the fastest lap in this race will get those bonus points. So no real harm done pitting. Carlos is pushing. Jer is now out of the 1 second. And at this rate, I mean, the pace of this McLaren, he's not going to catch Victor in time, that's for sure. Victor is cruising to victory. But Carlos Sainz might get out of the 3 seconds on track, meaning he doesn't have to worry about potential penalties. Be a very impressive drive if he does. Fantastic recovery. Jesse sitting comfortably in 4th. He has got that 8 seconds over Cali Rob. So Cali Rob is... Let's keep an eye on these two. We've also got Ankbank closing in on Dr. Fleek. So we'll see how this goes. But Cali Rob, he knows Jesse's got 8 seconds of penalties. So if Cali Rob can get within 8 seconds, he is gaining time. So that is a target for him to achieve. And he doesn't have to worry about the physical overtake as well. He just needs to get within 8 seconds. Ankbank closing in. I mean, he's also got 8 seconds, so this won't have really any impact on his finishing position. He's probably not too fussed about the overtake either. Cali Rob still a couple of tenths away. Aiden Jones, there it is. Oh, was it Aiden Jones? No, Aiden Jones didn't pit for this. Oh, was it? Oh, it was Boaz. Oh, they both have. Both pit for fresh softs. Aiden Jones has nicked the fastest lap. Jer is now 3 seconds behind. He's falling behind it. Cali Rob's losing time on that 8 seconds that he needs. Angbank's just sitting comfortably. Not going for the overtake, the kind of meaningless overtake realistically. And Aiden Jones is taking fastest lap. Those are the headlines. Not much is changing. Jerry is now outside of the 3 seconds. So that P2 is evaporated. Cali Rob is pushing. But Jesse's setting faster second sectors, faster laps. He's using his battery, that's why. Trying to stay more than 8 seconds. So, Carlos Sainz, the madman, is catching Victor. What is this pace? I mean, he's already my driver of the day. He's almost a second behind Victor. It's incredible. He's got 6 seconds. Oh my god, I didn't see that. He's got 6 seconds of penalties. He's got another second and a half to gain on Jer to keep it on track. Goodness me, the drama. Cali Rob's within 8 seconds. Angbank still just sitting in behind Dr. Fleek. Right. Let's see. So, Carlos Sainz, realistically, is going to need to overtake Victor on track in order to get P2. That's a very weird sentence to say because he's currently P2. But in order to gain that time, unless Victor keeps the pace up, I mean, Carlos Sainz will get DRS, which will gain even more time, potentially the second that he needs. Will he get it done? Cali Rob is within the 8 seconds of Jesse Force. Currently, therefore, P4 on track. This is the dramatic thing to say. Carlos Sainz is in DRS. He is in DRS. He will get it for the last lap of the race. The pace of this man is insane. Let's sit on board with him. Let's watch the masterclass that is this McLaren drive. Don't cut the corners, man. Right, last lap of the race. Victor in P1. Carlos is in P2. He is closing in on that 6 seconds. He's only got 4 attempts to go. And he is gaining on Victor. God, he must have such low wings because he's got so much straight line speed. 3 attempts to do it. Cali Rob's now clearly within the 8 seconds. So Cali Rob will be getting P4, assuming he doesn't make a mistake. Now, Carlos Sainz is so close to Victor that with Victor, he's going to have to go for the overtake. He's going to have to go for the overtake. They've got equal amounts of battery. Victor is pushing. Carlos is pushing. He won't get the overtake. However, he will gain a lot of time. Jer's not using his battery, which is very strange. He can't get the overtake done. Is Carlos going to go for it here? Surely you dump your battery, my friend. Is he? Oh, it's 5.8, 5.7. Carlos Sainz, he's so close, he's going to lose time to the Ferrari, which means that on track, obviously stewards are pending. He's going to go for the move. He goes for the move. Victor sees him coming. Oh, that's going to lose him time. Is it going to lose him time? No, it's not. Is Germany was like, no, the time's down again to, oh, it's 5.4. No, that attempted overtake that didn't play out means that on track, We've got Jer winning. Fantastic drive from the Ferrari. He'll come through in P1. Carlos Sainz, a fantastic driver of the day. Performance in P2. On track will be demoted to P3. And Jer is slowed down. I don't know what happened there. Jesse comes through in P4, which will be demoted to P5. With Kalirov getting P4. What's the gap there? 11 seconds. Dr. Fleek will come through P6. Ankbank will come through P7. Victory Adrian will come through in P8. Boaz will come through in P9. And Aidan Jones, with the fastest lap of the race, will come through in P10. I can only assume Jer's done that to try and stop Carlos going, reporting him for that collision, because he'll see it as not worth it. But a penalty point is still a penalty point. It should be reported for that, because that was a collision, and that is something the stewards should have a look at. Even if they deem it no further action, NFA, definitely should have a look at that. But regardless, that's been your race. I'm going to jump off now. We'll quickly have a look at the trophy ceremony, and then I'll jump off because the Tier 2 race starts in 12 minutes. Fantastic race from Premier Tier. Hope you've enjoyed it. There's the Ferrari coming in to celebrate his P1. Well done, Victor. Well done, Carlos. Well done, Jer. Definitely the 3 quickest on track today. The 3 most deserving. Thank you for joining me, PRL Premier Tier. Stay tuned. In approximately 15-20 minutes or so, we'll have Tier 1 coming on. My name's been Cheryl Shaft. We have Matty, who will be joining you for the Tier 1 race coming soon. We've got 3 more races. 3 more fantastic races for you today. Tier 2 and Tier 3. Hope you've enjoyed. And if we don't see you for the rest of today, we'll see you next week. Oh, and just so that they don't kill me, I'm going to get the incidents. There we go. Good night.